Hi everyone, it's Roger here from what's on DisneyPlus.com, and in this video I'm going to be answering your questions. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. It's Sunday and it's time for the weekly Q&A video. Now this is something I have been doing on Patreon for a number of months, but I've decided to make a little bit of a change and bring it over for everyone to be able to watch. However, only patrons and also YouTube channel members will be able to put in their submissions for their questions each week when I put it up either on Patreon or in the community section for members. So that's the key thing really from this point, is if you do want to ask a question for these videos, you need to be either a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll find the details below. Both offer the exact same perks, but it's just something I kind of wanted to expand a little bit, not only just because I love making these videos, but more importantly, I would just like for more people to be able to see them. So I decided it would be a lot better if everyone would be able to watch it and kind of remove it from the paywall, but more importantly, still have our supporters still be able to ask those questions. So let's jump into it. So Lauren asked, what are your guesses for when She-Hulk, Miss Marvel and Moon Knight will hit Disney Plus, and do you think they will come sooner than the other Star Wars series? So with regards to She-Hulk, Moon Knight and also Miss Marvel, I think these are going to be a long way off. I'm probably thinking 2022. Now they're supposed to be starting to film the Miss Marvel series over this fall, so that might be maybe late 2021, but I am not expecting She-Hulk or Moon Knight until at least 2022, maybe even later. Now hopefully they'll be able to catch up with everything that's been going on with COVID, but that's just my guess, because obviously things could change. I don't know anything more than you really, and I'm just having a bit of an educated guess. The fact that we have still got the three ones that they've already previously announced, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision and also Loki, and then obviously we've got Hawkeye. You know, that's pretty much, I think, going to fill out the next 2 years. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's 2022, maybe even 2023, if they have difficulties in getting filming done, though hopefully they'll have kind of ironed out all those issues moving forward. With regards to the Star Wars series, I think we're only going to see one of them a year. So I'm thinking maybe next year we're going to see the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, followed by Rogue One and maybe some Mandalorian ones in between. I don't know. I think maybe one Star Wars series a year might be all we're going to get. Two might be pushing it a little bit, but if they've got a number of ones lined up, maybe they can kind of get them maybe every 9 months or something like that, kind of spread them out. I don't want too many. I think that's something that Star Wars has to be very much aware of, that they don't want to oversaturate the market with too many. I think one a year, possibly two, might be able to get away with it. If you got Obi-Wan Kenobi being only maybe like 4 episodes, they can kind of get away with maybe 2 seasons. But that's kind of going to be it, I think. We've also got those animated series like The Bad Batch next year. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling with those ones. So Jacob asked, where do you think Disney Plus will launch next after Indonesia, the rest of Western Europe and Latin America, which have already been confirmed? So as far as where else they're going to launch after Latin America and the Caribbean, which is going to be coming up in November, we've also got a lot of Western Europe countries. I think the rest of Europe is kind of obviously something they're going to have to do, get them out there. Of course, that still leaves the whole of Africa. You've still got that, pretty much the whole of the Middle East, and still a lot of Asia left to go. I think we'll start seeing more Asian, like sort of like Singapore, Philippines, things like that, and Thailand, etc. I think we'll start seeing it going out there pretty soon. I just expect it to slowly start just rolling out all over the place as they start working out. But Africa, I wouldn't be at all surprised with, but I think the Middle East will be maybe the next big area that they go after. They've already kind of done a deal already to kind of get some of these originals out there. That will hopefully kind of continue onwards. But yeah, I think we're just going to start seeing them slowly rolling out through the Middle East and Africa after that. But Asia's kind of all over the place in terms of how they can do it, because they've still got a number of countries still left to go. And obviously with having India already with Disney Plus Hotstar, that's a big area, and Japan's already got it. But I think those Asian countries are going to be maybe a higher priority first, maybe before they start hitting the Middle East or Africa. Jacob also asked, in the next 5 or so years, do you see Disney making any more acquisitions under its new CEO, either IP, past catalogues, or any non-movie television acquisitions? If so, which type do you think would make the most sense? Right, so these are again just pure guesses on my part. I think the whole thing with acquisitions, obviously Bob Iger had a lot of success with them. However, I think COVID has just put all of that off the bat. I just can't see them kind of doing any major mergers right now. They're going to be suffering for this for years. They've put loads of things on hold at the theme parks. The cruise line isn't going to be running for a while. You know, the theme parks aren't making enough money, and then obviously the box office. How long is it going to take for the box office to come in? So, Tom, in terms of those acquisitions, maybe they've got to sort out Hulu. That would be maybe an important thing that they still left to do, that they've got to pay for. Because Comcast still own 1/3 of it, so they want to get that sorted and sort out what they're doing with their streaming strategy, because obviously Star is one thing that's going to be happening around the world, and Hulu, they've kind of got this whole other issue that they need to deal with. In terms of acquisitions, I just think in terms of that, you know, they're more likely to maybe just be picking up lots of movies, TV shows and stuff that other companies are selling. I can't see them going after any major corporations or anything right now. COVID has just thrown everything out the way. I don't think they could have really pushed it too much more. They couldn't have brought many more studios. I mean, something like, you know, Sony or anything like that. I just can't see that happening. Maybe they buy out deals that they've already got, they're locked into, to kind of get themselves out of issues, maybe like Spider-Man, but I can't even see that happening. I think right now, the next few years, they're just going to go all in on what they've got. They've spent all that money on 20th Century Studios. They just haven't really utilised that yet, so they've still got all of that to do. Yeah, I don't think they need any more IP. I think they've got enough in terms of what they're doing, and I don't know if anyone necessarily would be selling. I mean, there's not that many people out there. Yeah, I think right now COVID has just kind of hit them on the head, and we're not really going to see much change, at least for the next few years, as they're just going to have to try and balance those books, especially because they took up massive loans as well. But that's my personal view. But let me know in the comments below if you agree with my thoughts on any of these questions, and feel free to answer them yourself. As I said, the questions for these videos are coming from patrons and also YouTube channel members, which you can join from as little as $2 a month, and you get access to, like I said, to you being able to put these things in there. You get to vote on the retro videos. You get them a little bit earlier. For example, today I just posted the Prince of Persia review, which patrons have had access for over a week. I only activated the YouTube membership over the weekend. We've had a few people join it, and I just want to say a big thank you to them for doing so. As I said, we're just moving forward, and I'm kind of merging really Patreon and YouTube membership all under the What's on Disney Plus Club sort of banner. So I'll be talking about this a lot more, but this is something I want to be able to do, and it's just, I think it's nice to have some communication with you guys. So again, thank you very much for joining me in this video, and I said if you do fancy joining the What's on Disney Plus Club, you can do so on Patreon or hitting the join button on YouTube. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. We shall see you guys soon. Later.